Hello, hello. May God bless you. May He prosper you this day. My name is Rick, and I am the cryptocurrency Watchman. Okay, we had a pretty good day yesterday. We had 5 coins make a profit. We had one that dropped, and we had one that just kind of consolidated out and never really did anything. If you're in it, you may want to stay in. But let's just recap this real quick. Okay, LITECOIN was the first one that we looked at. We started at we were at 0.01635 satoshis. Right now it's at 0.0171. But if you set your sell for 5%, you made your 5%. The thing is that LITECOIN is still going up. So if you're still in, I would stay in because looks like we are definitely in an upward pattern on this one. You can see that I drew the support line right here, and you can see how it tested the line here, and now it's testing the line again. So if you're in, I would stay in. Just keep an eye on this. If it breaks through that support line, it's going to start dropping on you. But it's testing it right now. If we get maybe one more candle, and you see it's already going up. It just jumped up right there. So if we see it moving up again, stay in, ride it on up. If you haven't gotten in, might be a good opportunity, maybe pull 5% out of this one today. So it's not necessarily one of my picks for today, but it is on an upward movement, and this one could wind up paying off pretty good. So just keep an eye on it. Okay, the next one is BITSHARES. Yesterday we were at 0.00002833 satoshis. We are now at 0.00003177. But if you set your buy sign at 10%, you made 10%. But really, you had the potential of making 15% out of this one yesterday. This one went up a little more than 15%. So some good money to be made in this one yesterday. Okay, the next one is SYSCOIN. Yesterday we were at 176 satoshis, and we can see here that it actually made a jump all the way up to about 186, about 186, 185 satoshis. So you made 5% on SYSCOIN yesterday. It's consolidating right now. It might still make a move one way or the other, so keep an eye on it. It's not one of my picks for today, but you could see some more movement in it, especially if you're still in it. Okay, the next one is SYSCOIN. Man, some money to be made in this one yesterday. 50% profit you saw out of this one. We were at 4,795 satoshis, and it jumped all the way up to, oh gosh, 72, almost 7,300 satoshis. Big money to be made in SYSCOIN yesterday, so nothing else to be said about that one. Okay, the next one is NAVCOIN. Didn't see much out of this one. They really didn't do anything, just kind of fizzled out. So, not much made on this one, but that's okay. We watched our signs. We were looking for confirmation. We never got it, so no money to be made in this one yesterday. Okay, then we had library credits. We were at roughly 7162 yesterday, somewhere in here. We were looking for the retrace. You could have taken a position, but hopefully, if you did, you might have made a little bit of money. But if you watch the retrace, you pulled an easy 5% out of this coin yesterday. It's still on an upward movement. It still is going up. If you drew let's draw a line here. Okay, yeah, so you can see I drew a support line here. This was the beginning of the trend. We can see where it actually hit right here. It tested it right here, and we're back testing it again. So we may or may not see another jump out of this. Just keep an eye on it. If it breaks through this line, it's going to start going down. But if it continues to test this line, when you start seeing some confirmation, we could continue up with library credits today. So just watch all your signs and be smart about it. Okay, the last one was Stellar. I actually had 7 picks yesterday. Usually I only do 6, but I did 7 yesterday because everything was going green. I mean, there was a lot, there was a lot of opportunities yesterday. Stellar, you made 5% yesterday. We started at 424 Satoshis, and looks like we topped out at roughly about, kind of hard to tell, but 447, 445, somewhere in there, Satoshis. So yeah, you pulled 5% out of it, but we're still on an upward trend on this one. You can see where it's testing the line. I drew out here. You can see it tests the line here. We almost have a breakthrough. That could be a bad thing or not. I don't know. It's more of a test. I mean, a breakthrough would be, you know, more of a piercing through. But we're still on an upward trend. So yeah, I think that, you know, if you're still in Stellar, I would stay in Stellar and continue riding it up, and let's see what happens, because we could see some more numbers out of Stellar today. Okay, my second pick for the day is going to be LISK, LSK. You can see that we had a little bit of an upward trend going already with LISK, and we saw a nice little jump just not long ago, about 30 minutes ago. I noticed it and saw that it had made the jump. We can see that we had, you know, some consolidating. It was starting to begin to move up a little bit. We had a little bit of a buy sign back here. This wasn't much of a confirmation on this. A lot of consolidation, but look how the bands squeezed together. So yeah, we could see a nice upward movement today with LISK. This is our 1 hour chart. We've got buy signs on everything here. Let's go to the 30-minute. Same thing on 30-minute. It's kind of showing that it's oversold, but I'm not, you know, I don't watch this too much. Sometimes it can come into play, but you know, sometimes when these coins go up, they're going to go up regardless. But yeah, we're on a nice little upward trend now. So yeah, I think you could easily see 10% out of LISK today. So we have a confirmation. I would call this a definite buy-in. I would go and get in now, and let's see where it takes us. Okay, the next one is NAVCOIN. We've got a nice little movement this morning, a definite buy sign on this one. Wanted to jump in pretty much right away. I mean, it's on a nice little upward movement. I can draw a line on this, but I mean, we can pretty much see where it's going here. Yeah, nice little upward movement here. Probably be a good time to buy into this one. You pretty much have all the confirmation you need. We have an upward trend. The only thing that kind of bothers me is that it looks like we're kind of topping out right here. You might want to wait just a little bit. Let's wait until it breaks past this point right here. Once we get past these two marks right here, these two wicks, then yeah, that is a definite buy sign. Go ahead and jump in, because you know, sometimes when they reach these peaks, they can kind of flat line out and work all the way down to the very end of that trend line when you think there's no more it can move, and then it'll start dropping on you. However, it can also jump up on you. The same thing happened last night with me with Bitcoin Dark. It you know, came right down to the end, and the last minute it jumped up, and I made 10% like within, you know, half an hour. So it moved so quickly, I really didn't have time to send out an alert for anybody to make anything off of it, because I didn't know what it was going to do. But that's the volatility of these markets. I mean, that's what you deal with these markets. You know, you can try and use all the rules and all the tools and all your knowledge and everything, but sometimes it's just going to do what it wants to do. Sometimes you just, you know, it's so volatile. You know, when you see all the coins going red one day, everything green the next day. I mean, all the coins, every single coin red, every single coin green. You know, that's sometimes it's impossible to read what these charts are going to do every single time. So you just try to do the best you can, be conservative in your trading, and as long as you're showing some profit every single day, life is good. Okay, the next one is Burst Coin. As we can see, it's on an upward trend. You know, we had a nice little jump yesterday. Actually, yeah, yesterday evening. We see retrace, and we see it's kind of consolidating, a little bit of a jump here, not much to get excited about. But when we go and we look at it, this is a 1 hour chart. You can see that we're on a nice little trend right here. You know, it's testing the line, testing the support line. We're still moving up. Might be a good time to go ahead and get in. Maybe look for at least 5% today, maybe 10%. So yeah, this is a 30-minute chart. We're in a nice little ride right here. So it's just barely testing this line, and staying off of it. So I believe we're going to continue to see some numbers out of this. So it might be a good time to get in on burst. Okay, MadeSafe coin. We're on a nice little run with MadeSafe. It's on a definite upward trend. We go over to Coinigy here. You can see that we tested the line here. It's testing it again. I believe that it's going to continue up. If we pull in a little closer, you can see right here we had just a little quick thing on the candles. Things that you can notice that you look for with changes. When you see things like this is a what would be called like a bearish harami or an engulfing. It's an indication of a bearish trend, even though it pretty much consolidated. But when you see a green candle being engulfed by a red candle like this, that's a bearish engulfing. It's an indication of a change, and it didn't climb anymore. And as you can see, we actually got confirmation here, and we saw a little bit of the retrace on this, and then it began to go up here. We actually have another. This is more of a piercing than an engulfing, simply because the two candles are not exactly on the same level right here. So this is more of a piercing right here. So this is an indication that we are on an upward trend. Then we have another engulfing here. So we're actually I believe this is a bearish harami, but it is an indication of a change. And sure enough, we had another change. And then we had doji, which is an indication of a change, another change. Then we had the red. Then we had a little bit of you could almost call this a piercing. And then we saw our confirmation here, and it continued up. So these are the kind of things that are going to be in the class that I'm going to teach you. These are very exact, 30-minute, 15-minute, hour charts to look at, to look for changes in it, the trend lines and the other things. This is just an example of some of the things I'm going to be putting in the teaching that I'm coming out with. Okay, the last one is Golem coin, GNT. You can see that we got a little bit of consolidation going on. We've got a nice little upward trend going here. Let's jump over to Coinigy here. You can see our support line is testing the support line. So, we're in a nice little upward trend here. We're getting another green candle here. I would give it a little bit of time before you jump in. Let's get a little more confirmation. We want to make sure that we do not break through this support line. And so, that's where we are with Golem coin. I think you could easily see 5, maybe even 10% out of this one. You might have to, buy and sell a couple of times to get the 10% out of this one today, or it may just make a big jump, like it did here. It's just one of those things you have to keep an eye on. Okay, guys, that's pretty much, it for today. We made some good money yesterday. So, please, guys, tell your friends about my videos. Please have them subscribe. Please have them subscribe, because, that's pretty much how I make my money off this. I gotta get my subscribers up to a certain point, and then I start making money from YouTube. Not from you guys, from YouTube. The only money I ever ask for you guys is for like the teachings, and that's been it so far. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy helping you guys. Please give me lots of feedback, as much feedback as you can. I love the feedback, and I love the conversation. As you guys know, I do respond to them. Watch out for my teaching. It's coming out on either Monday or Tuesday. A shout out to Diane for being the first to purchase it. So thank you so much, Diane. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Thanks.